Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. here in Canada, and it is day one of shooting for the Moment contest. Last night we got about 5 hours of sleep because we were doing last minute prep, trying to find like the costumes and doing like the selections for the voiceover and everything else that basically you need to get a short film done. It is much more work than a YouTube video. Anyways, we're going to the location, but first we got to go pick up some McDonald's to go feed ourselves because we did not eat this morning. So let's go get some energy.
Okay, I'm here. No. Colin, you're faced with a choice. No, an opportunity to venture to a land you've never ventured to before.
So our film is about a guy who unfortunately eats too much spicy Indian food and can't find a place to go to the bathroom. We've all been there.
All the chaos that ensues after that.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad. We had a few ideas starting off, and I think we did go really dark at first, but almost too dark, and then we toned it back so much that we started thinking, because I think suspenseful, when you're thinking suspenseful, you have to think scary or dark, but it can also be just an average situation.
Yeah, and we wanted to create something that people could relate to. Like, I feel like with our film, like, we kind of joked with it being like based on a true story, but like, I feel like a lot of people have been there or had that moment at some point in their lives.
And we saw a comedy a few months ago that we loved and we thought was hilarious, and it was super memorable for us, and we'd never done anything like it, so we just tried it.
Okay, we're at our first location right now. We're getting everything set up right now. This is Ricky. What's up, dude? Ricky is ACing, which stands for Assistant Camera. He's helping out today to just make sure this actually looks good because we're shooting it on a phone. I don't have the same limitations as like an A7S II or an A9 or things like that. So we have to make sure that we actually light it properly so that we can't rely on post for everything like that. Okay, we're shooting with the little Movi cam right now. With the iPhone 7 and the 18mm Moment lens. It's working pretty good so far. This actually looks good. Yeah, I also think it's really interesting like how I digest content on YouTube is like I will rewatch comedies over and over again. Like I'll literally go back to like videos and click on them. And there's just something about like comedy that kind of transcends, and I think we just wanted to like be like, all right, I feel like most people are taking this like darker, more suspenseful route. Let's just like completely flip it on our head. Like flip it, let's go comedy. And I think it also just suits our personalities a little bit too. Like we are just like silly people, so we wanted to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Were you about to go?
No.
Yeah, but it seems like you were really about to just go in there.
Yeah, so I can talk about that. I covered a lot of the technical aspects. So it was shot on a combination between like an iPhone 7 and an iPhone X. We were supplied a Beast grip, which was awesome. Used that a ton, especially with the iPhone X. We used the Movi FreeFly little gimbal. We used that with the iPhone 7 and the Moment lenses and stuff like that. So we used like the 60mm lens that you had as well as your fisheye. It's like a giant just mix mangle of like different types of lenses and gear to just make what ended up being 6 Chillies. Okay, C-stands, big lights, audio, flag kit, rig, things, crew. Hi guys, morning.
Hi, I'm the crew.
Being used to like work, like Lizzie and I own like a video production company, working on like corporate commercial and like other bigger sets and stuff like that. So we're used to like working with cameras that are just very seamless or that have room for error because you can shoot on like certain cameras. You'd be like, oh, I can fix this in post. Like when you shoot on a phone, like the image, it's like it's burned. Whatever flaw is in there, it's very, very difficult to fix. There's almost no wiggle room, so you have to perfect it.
And start camera movement.
Whew! 2.5 Chilies got spicier than I remember. Burning my tongue, burning my tongue. Ooh, God.
So even though we did do tests ahead of time, because I made sure that you did, it was still kind of like, I wish we did a whole test scene or tested out some of the shots that we wanted movement in, especially. And how those, I mean, lighting was different. There was a lot of different things that we ran into that we had to make.
And we also picked a location that was like very, very dimly lit. So then we had to like bring extra lights and like all our production gear, and like that made it more difficult to like, all right, well, we could have shot this outside and like maybe like shot on like a cloudy day and that could have been easier, but it's like we literally purposely made it more difficult based on the creative. So yeah, it was an interesting technical
Overall,
challenge.
at the end, I think we're really happy with we came out with, and like pleasantly surprised, I guess, because some people we even showed it to, they're like, this is shot on a phone, what?
Yeah, a lot of people are like, they don't even notice that it's shot on a phone, and I think that's like a really cool thing, because like,
on the back.
yeah, so we're really proud of it. So I just got put on audio duty.
Chris, don't break the set.
Well-
Broke everything, my butt's too big.
Good? Right there is good? Frame?
Yeah, happiness.
Cool. Audio record? Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to take like the process that you have for making any film that we have and just like slotting in a different type of camera to shoot. Really, like what we would recommend is just budget a bit more time, because the phones are slightly more finicky, and like working with them is a little bit more difficult, and you have to understand data management and like how the battery life works and how like data and transferring things. So it just, as long as you can understand that process of working with a film, then like slotting it into whatever your normal filmmaking process is actually not that difficult.
And you can still get great results. It's just a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
You're gonna come up with different problems and different things along the way, but you can overcome them in the same way you would anything else. Like if a certain shot isn't working or the lighting's not working. I mean, a few times I remember we just said, oh, you know, let's just do this handheld instead for the sake of time and things like that. I would say, I mean, it is the thing that you always have in your pocket, and you take it out and you just think you're getting something quick and easy on an average day, but when you actually start putting a bit of effort into it, you can totally get similar results to, I think, a DSLR or something like that. You can get something that's, you know, great quality when you actually try to do it. So I think just putting in the time and practicing it is helpful, and you'll get pretty far just doing that alone.
Yeah, content is king. Like, create every day. It doesn't really matter what the camera is. A lot of people like kind of crutch on really expensive gear as being like the ability to create and make meaningful things. I don't think that's the case. I think it's awesome that I own cool equipment. If I didn't, I would still be making stuff on my phone, and I would still be trying to tell the stories that I think are meaningful or make people laugh, like hopefully our film did. Yeah. We just finished our last scene for today. So there's 2 days of shooting. We have one more scene tomorrow. It's the shortest scene. This guy is a champion. He helped us with so much today. I really love when people come up on set. Like, I like when people specialize in different things. We're like, oh, I'm a DOP and I'm a sound guy. But like, in my personal opinion, be versatile, be willing to work on a bunch of different things, and Ricky is one of those guys who's just willing to help out. He's very talented in lots of different areas, so please go check out Ricky. He's amazing. But also on that note, I think there's just like a little lesson to be learned, is be versatile, say yes to a lot of things. That's how kind of like I got my start in a lot of different things. I said yes to everything. You want to be a sound op? Yeah, let's go and do that. You want to mix music? Yeah, I recorded a country band called the Dustleros one time. I've just done a lot of different things. I did comedy, done music. I've just kind of done a whole bag of tricks, and that's kind of led to where I found what I like now, but also at the same point gave me the opportunity to learn a lot of different things and be valuable and just learn how to make better things because of it, because you can relate to it. So on that note, day 1 of shooting for the Moment Invitational was great, and one more day to go.